Alright, we are mucking around with area actions mod at the moment. We're doing a massive overhaul on what was a much smaller base. So we're trying to get the structure and layout ready first. So this is essentially going to be the main entrance. One of the nice things about the area actions mod, it lets you do free mode, or whatever you want to call it. You can, on this side are the tasks and on this side are the actions. So you basically have to, kind of like world edit on Minecraft, you can select an object or an area. It's a bit finicky, it's not very straightforward. Let's show an example now of something that a pattern I need to repeat for these floors. So you cannot find the floor. So yeah, so under here you can see all the original stuff I'd set up, where I've like miles of conveyors heading back over here to a base, and there's my biodumps. Basically, I'm going to destroy all of that, and the only thing that's going to be rebuilt will be the actual miners. The idea then being that all the miners would come in on conveyors or trains or trucks. I'll have stations and train stations and fluid stations set up, and then all these nodes will be tapped as well, and they'll all feed in some fancy way. So in terms of the fancy way, one of the other mods I've installed, I do have a light mod installed which does all these nice shaders and shadows and sunlight and stuff, so that's why this looks so kind of something like a HDR mode. That's why all this looks so dark at the moment. If I go in here, so here's another foundation mod I've added in as well. So these ones here have conveyor ramps on them, or links. So they're going to be basically like the ingest coming into the building. So I'll have all the different, say, miners feeding in through those. These ones here, I'm not quite sure yet how I can use those. I do have some of them put in strategic places next to the elevator, which is another mod that's been added in. I think that's under organization. I think, yeah, there it is, elevators. So at the moment I've got the 4-door elevator placed in. This one here is kind of like a freight elevator type of thing, where if you don't want a frame, you can use it as an open frame. There is a glass version. In terms of lights, this one here, I do have one of them placed down already. In here, there we go. I think there's some power in this. If not, we'll drop some batteries in. So it will use the typical fuels. I think you can put batteries into it. I haven't actually tested it yet. Can we split these maybe? Let's take that out. Put that in. No, you can't put batteries in for some reason. Oh well, it doesn't matter. So if we turn that on, just give a fair bit of light. Let's turn it off for a second. I was temporarily experimenting to see what the lighting would look like. So I have the, on the back of the hub, I have a power line coming down. I did want it to automatic. Now you can set these to auto come on. Set that to turn it on and then turn it to auto, or turn it on. So at the moment, the reason that's probably not lighting up is because I need one of these, a light power distributor. The only requirement is for it to be connected to a wire. I'm thinking I could go under the floor maybe somewhere, or up here somewhere centered. I was hoping to hide it, but yeah. Oh, let me just take out this window for a second. Let's put it down there, and then put one of these in place. Link that to that, and that to that one. Take that line out. Remove the pole. Put back in that window now in a minute. So there should be enough power going through that, I think. Let's have a look. Let's try turning it on. See if it's getting power. It's finicky trying to get it to... Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that is set on. Why have we not got power? Let's go up and check the hub. Is it generating power? Oh, it is. It's probably not linked. That could be right. So somewhere down there is where that power was meant to come up through temporarily. This is just solid biofuels in there for now. Is this thing not on? There we go. Turn that on. It's up a fair bit. I'm just testing the layer to see what kind of spacing there is between these to see what way you could potentially use them. But yeah, lights that up. Now when you set them to auto during daylight hours, it basically turns them off. But most of these tiles are glass foundations. But as you can see, the draw distance, the way it seems to work is that it only draws them within a certain radius of the player. So they're not actually, like you can see the light on the floor over there, where it is actually passing through. Yeah, it's not quite as expected. But as I said, the shadows and the HDR effect, which I think is from that mod, one of the light mods I installed. I think that's what's causing it to look so dark. Right, and then I was mucking around here with these double, what do they call them? Double ramps. Created this kind of effect, but I'm also using those to be a path up. Well, not that one there specifically. And then there's also a, which mod was it? I think it's Moar Factory. Where is it? This one. Yeah, this has a lot of nice walls and doors, frames and stuff in it. But it also has these awesome doors. Now, so far I've tried these 4 here. It's supposed to be the saved point. Yeah, so there's one. Oh, let me get out of this flying mode. There's no, I don't think there's a key for toggling it. There's it off. Right. This is one of the doors. It turns green when a human comes up to it. And with the elevator mod, we can, for example, go down to the ground floor entrance. You can change the speed of it as well. It's pretty cool. And then over here, and now we're out the main entrance. So, as I said, I've been mucking around with this and seeing how things line up. There is a known, I don't want to call it a known issue because it's not technically an issue. It's to do with when you place walls and you're, what's the word, you're snapping to a foundation level. If you remember that the smallest or the thinnest foundation, which is 1 meter, it's possible to end up with a skewed alignment like here, because it's been aligned to a piece that's up at the top and not from the bottom up. But what I didn't expect, it was only just a few minutes ago I noticed this was happening. Now I do know the elevator shaft was originally built before the rest of it was, so that's why it appears to be at a different level to the foundation outside. So if you look there, if I place the second one, you can see how it's off. So the moment, just before I come on, I was trying to decide what I want to do about this. It is annoying, to say the least. And the other thing I was trying to figure out is how can I select a wall using this tool to replicate it across. I just want to finish this part off. If I get this finished off, then I can start actually doing a lot of the manual stuff. Like, I don't plan on using the area actions mod to like just build everything. No, I don't want to do that at all. I actually do want to build it properly, but I just want to get floors and stuff done and just decide where things are going to start out. So I don't have a torch. Oh, do I have a torch on me? Oh, no, not that one. Which one is it? The B? Oh yeah, here we go. So these are the inverted ramps with the conveyor links on them. So if I go up, there's the conveyor connector. So potentially this could be lanes of conveyors coming in from miners out this side. I'm trying to think of some nice way of doing it. The nice way of doing it would be that each side of the entrance have those links, so that from not necessarily miles away, but from those that are nearby, and potentially have a train station on each side of the train station that basically unloads and feeds up into those as well. So probably somewhere around here. And then there'll be another station probably nearby, if not under here or next to this, that would be for fluids. And then for the fluids, the idea was that we would, if I can find it, what's it under? Transportation, no. The one with the where on earth is it? Where's the fluid container? Oh, there it is. So there's those two, but basically have those initially to unload from the fluid train stations. Maybe have them down here somewhere. I was playing with an idea to have the trains come in under here. Very reminiscent of a Star Wars base or something like these. And then have pipes and stuff that goes in and around the corners. For most of that would be cosmetic, but then where the train station with the fluids, carrying fluids would unload, then you would have your actual pipes with water and oil and crude oil and stuff coming down through the middle of the base, and then wherever we decide to then refine it, we then break it out into and up into an actual area. So because the land is so up and down around here, we had to decide where the highest point was going to be. Initially I was thinking of this being the subfloor of the ground floor being that one there, but now I'm thinking we need to probably go up to the next floor instead. Oh yeah, the elevator, by the way, it automatically comes to you if it's not on the same floor as you. So if I go to the ground floor, which is this one, so this would be the first working space. So I'm thinking this will actually end up being where we have all the resources come into first. Should be enough ceiling height even in here for a train station. Let's have a quick look and see where that place. Floor is too steep. Oh wait, that's a platform. That's not right. Yeah, I know why I did that. You have to place the train station first. And it just crashed. Brilliant. Don't know why it crashed, but let's launch it again. There's another job I need to do. They're looking for a game to capture, which is the game capture mode. I'm going to change that picture to something else. I found out where it's stored. Let's see if it's going to let me relaunch it. Yep. It's seldom it does this. I did set my autosave to 30 minutes from 5 minutes because I was getting interrupted so much. But I think I'll put it back to 10 or 15 minutes now once I get this back up. There was a save just a few minutes ago, so it's not too bad. And it's coming back up now. I think it was just something to do with the way I was trying to place the train is what triggered it. Any moment now. It's about well, it says I've 16 to 18 mods loaded, but I think they may be subsets or prerequisites as well included in that number. Here we go, we're back in. Oh, that's weird. Why did it put me in flying mode? Oh, it must have been where I was at when it last saved. Yeah, as I mentioned, there's the force field doors. Here is one of the big hangar doors. There's that type, and then there's another type that's the other type is kind of like a mesh door, roller door. Let's see, where did we put them? Oh yeah, it's down below us. Down here. Yeah, there's one of them there. So here you can see this is meant to be just for vehicle access. It's mostly actually for cosmetic purposes. So the two symmetrical ways up, and then up the middle, and then rinse and repeat the whole way up. That's basically the idea behind that. With the exception of this bay area here. See, oh, one second. Right, ready. Something that to do. Yeah, so the way I did this archway, which we might change this again anyway, but it is from one of the mods added in these extra frames, and then there's window frames down here. So you can pretty much make any size you want using these different pieces together. It's like a multi-block type of thing. What else? The farming thing, I haven't really spoken about this yet. I was mucking around with it. The greenhouses, basically it's grain and it's potatoes and it's other things you can throw into them, and they just do that one item. I can't remember whether you can automate the input and extraction. I don't think you can. Cooker that makes food and stuff out of the ingredients sent into it, but the greenhouse does actually let you put in and out items, as well as a liquid water. Now the reason why it has a liquid or water pipe on it is there are alternate recipes that when you use water it gives you a higher output. Basically that's really all that is. The composter, I haven't actually looked at the composter yet. That must have been introduced in an update recently. What else have we got down here? Oh yeah, we've got letters. I haven't actually done anything with this yet. There was a, I don't know if I've activated it yet. Actually, let me go up to the hub. Let's see if we can get the elevator to come to us. Alright, there we go. What level is the hub on? I think it's this one. Oh yeah, there's still the type of door, an airlock type. Here we go. Here's our MAM. I think I left this doing stuff. Oh yes, big Satisfactory logo. Let's just put that in. I meant to come back and unlock the rest of the stuff that's in here. Rancher. Haven't actually looked at this. Doggo item collector. Oh. Milestone cost 200 feet. Do you know what? Let's go grab some. I think I know where I left it. Oh no, wait a minute. Can I make some of this bench? No, it's seed. That's what I'm thinking of. Right, we'll just go over and grab some. Another thing I just realised I haven't allowed for yet is the hyper tubes. I'm probably going to need to. When I was thinking about building these floors, one of my ideas was that for every major floor, have a utility floor below it. So let's call that say 2 to 3 walls below the main floor. For each floor would be like a utility layer. So potentially that could be for running conveyors and pipes, but also hypertubes. Because obviously with these bigger distances, it's going to be a pain to get around. I wonder if I turn back on that jetpack, can I move quicker? Yes, I can. So over here on the ground. Oh, there's a hole. Let's go down there. So this is where I started trying to section out. And there's the main corridor. So just below us here should be the original base. What's left of it. Still haven't torn that one down yet. Yeah, it's below us. And all this stuff that was coming in from miles around needs to be torn out, but down here is our biosphere farming, I should say. So this is all backed up because it's all full. And then it was good over here to these cookers. The cookers were then feeding the storage, which are probably full. What we got? Bread, corn, carrots. So a lot of these are reused as for recipes. The one we're looking for at the moment is a wheat lost potato. Looks like the same icon actually for both. That wheat. No, it is. Right, let's bring that thing back up. Yeah, so here's the original base, still hidden down under here. I'm going to flatten all of that basically. And then basically the first floor, as I said, will be the resources coming in storage. Then the next area or nearby on the same floor area will be things like foundries and smelteries. So that'll be for like the coal, iron and copper and limestone. Is there a way of getting back up? I think there's a way over here. Yeah, some of the area actions mod commands I was running kind of overlapped some places, so let's block them off. So I'm going to light the whole thing up as well once I figure out where I want to run the cables. Like there's an example of a utility floor right there. Was toying with the idea of using these open foundation frames to be part of the utility floors where the pipes and stuff run through. And then there's an example there of conveyor splitting in that main hall, 3 that way and 3 that way. Did that go up without me? It did. Did we need to turn it off the flying? Yes, we do. Alright, let's set the research. Oh yes, we haven't actually done it yet, but we do have this. So, the guy who created this mod did say that while it's not technically finished, and yes, it is bigger on the inside than it is on the outside, I should have brought back some more plates, limestone with me. Let me just switch on the trainer.
Please wait. Trainer activated. Activated.
Right. For the time being, just to muck around and unlock this stuff. It's the quickest way of doing it. And if I go over to here, I can make on demand whatever I need. So let's just, what was it, 300? Once I'm done mucking around with these mods and see what they can do, I will be turning all of this off, and then I'll be properly building the different machines. I suppose we call them the Mac fabs on each floor then, the legit way. Another mod I added in actually gives us Mark II and Mark III machines of the vanilla ones. They just cost more and they cost more power to run as well. So that's how they're balanced. You just have to unlock it through the hub, which I haven't done yet. Alright, nearly at 300 concrete. plates. Do this, we'll get the TARDIS unlocked just to see what it actually does so far. So I know there was an update today for it that I added. Adding mods has been very simplified. So there's a fixit.app website. There is a Satisfactory mod loader tool. It connects to that website as a repository and has all the mods listed. Basically, anyone who makes the mods, they register those mods on that site and they become available to players. Very simple and very, very good. Oh, okay. Right. Let's put these in. Punch it, Chewie. Yeah. Where do we put this? We'll see if we fit it there. TARDIS. Police box, nothing to see. Yeah, so I don't know why, but scale-wise, to me, it should at least be 25% bigger radius than what it actually is. Yeah, to me that just looks way too small. Now he did mention that you can pipe or send stuff into it, but if you like delete it, the items are still where they've been sent to. Now I just need to remember what was the button. I think he said, is it you? Oh, it is you. Yeah, there we go. Yes, I'm going to explain what that is in a second. So if I go in here, it's bigger on the inside. Now it does seem a little bit laggy. Now there was something I saw in the notes about this. It says something about 10,000 blocks away is actually what we're standing inside. So if we go up to the... Can we actually close the door? Oh, we can. And it sounds like we're walking on sand. So I reckon what he's going to do with this later is that he's probably going to increase the distance away. So in other words, what we're actually standing in is just an area at another point or at another XYZ location on the actual map and world. Now, I'll show you what I mean by that now in a second once I get out the door. Yeah, feels quite laggy. But you see that box up there? I believe that's it. I believe that's 10,000 away from this. So that's something to bear in mind if you're going to build it. Let's turn back on that fly mode. Go up and have a look and see if it's what I think it is. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. He probably should have set it to a lot further away, or even under the ground would have been probably better, because a lot of what's under us is just void. It's nothing. I suppose if you were building one of these in the middle of a base and you were building up high enough, you could technically hide it in the middle of the base, like inside a floor or something. But yeah, as I said, all he's really doing is it's like a teleport door. Now there is teleport mods as well, like storage teleport. I don't think I installed that one yet, but yeah, as I said, that's the same doorway as the one at the box below. So if I delete the TARDIS, it deletes that. So yeah, as I said, it's very, very alpha at the moment, that one. So one of the things I'm trying to figure out with the area mod is how to do walls. So supposedly you can build a pattern and then replicate it. And you can set top and bottom. So here's a pattern going down, and I want to replicate that going that way across the entire front of this base, because it's going to take me forever by hand to do that, and I just want to make it consistent. So let's see, can we figure this out? Set bottom, no, set top, Control and Alt are the keys from going up and down. That might be the bottom. Oh, it is. Yes. That's the bottom. I just noticed the red layer. Oh, there's the top. Yeah. So, yeah, that did work. So then... then we just need to select this space, I think. Ah, right. So that's changed the top and the bottom. So let's reset that. So set top. That does not look like it's updated. Maybe it's just bugged in this version. No, there's a doing that. How did we... Ah, right, so there's the bottom. So I think top and bottom is actually the opposite way around on this game. Let's see, we can test our theory. There we go. So top is bottom and bottom is top. That's how it looks. Well, we're about to find out. And now we want to... So if that's the case, let's try... Can we set it using this? See those lines, those greeny turquoise lines? I believe that is it set. So now we need to figure out need to position myself so I can see the original part that was selected. Right click. Now we want to fill. No, I can't see the arrows. So these three colors correspond to something which I believe is down here somewhere. Could be this one. So if I position myself further over here, click fill. Yeah, now I can see it. So blue is pointing up, green is pointing away, red is pointing to the left. So in that case, set that to, what was it, 90 I think. Based in this corner when we were doing the floors it was 70 or 90. Why shouldn't need to change, I don't think. And this is part of the problem, we couldn't figure out how to replicate. So you can do it in a preview first to see is it actually working the way you think it is. So right now, no, we don't see what we want. We're not seeing this getting replicated from right to left. So that is the problem. So we need to figure out why. Is it that it's not selecting the wall? So I'm going to increase Y by 2. Now try preview. Yeah, now look, see what it did there? It's after, yeah, it did actually work. So if I put that back to 1, you'll see that row at the front, it'll disappear. So Y is definitely away from us in that direction. But we don't want that. We want just the wall. And we do want it going to the left. So the question is why is it not doing that? Let's try 4, just a smaller area. Let's see if it does it. No. I think it's something to do with us not selecting the wall properly. Hold on, give it 1 sec, see if I can find the wiki page on this. It's probably something silly. We also have the Exo suit installed. It looks like the jetpack icon, but it basically combines the functions of the jetpack and the Blade Runners. I'm on the Fix-It app site at the moment. I'm looking for the details on what's it called? Oh, there's big walls on here as well. I noticed I hadn't tried that yet. That might actually simplify making the factory walls. In fact, there is stuff in there for how to dispose of nuclear waste. And I believe there's a new one that someone did up for nuclear power where you can actually recycle the nuclear waste to then use it as a fuel type. That would be the one I would ideally like to use. Here we go. Area actions. Let's have a look at this. How to use area selection. Set corners. Click somewhere to place a corner shown as a cylinder and then click again to remove it. This will also create some walls which define the area. Note the center of a building is used when checking if it is inside or not. Set minimum height, set maximum height. Clear, select all maps, select the building. See it in action. Okay, let's look at this. So the use build cost, what that actually refers to is that it will use resources in containers nearby to actually build legit. That's all that means. I think there's a YouTube video as well on how to use this somewhere. You can also do set recipes en masse across machines by highlighting machines. Same with stations. Don't know. It's just not quite obvious to me now as to how it should be working. I just wish the guy that wrote this did a little bit more homework on, or more effort on the wiki part of it. Like, properly spell it out, not just assume. I need to go get a bathroom break. Right. Back. I must set up a window for showing the web browser for this Fixit app. It'd be handy. Let me see if I can find another or more info. So the arrows disappear. Like, to me, surely if I select that entire square, it should just replicate. But the thing is, I actually don't want all of that. I only want the walls. See, if I get rid of... See, to me, that should be it. That should be enough. Okay, hold on. Let's try this again. At least 3 corners needed. Why do you need 3 corners? Alright, let's try this then. Fill. Don't see the arrows appearing. No buildings in the area. That's not true. What about no, copy paste doesn't work either. I suppose we could select that entire tile instead. See? But right now, that's selecting that actual foundation, top and bottom, inclusive. So really, we would want it to go up to here. So let's say we set the top. No, it's not extending it like we thought it should. See, hasn't budged. Nope. See the reddish hue. So that's a top layer and a bottom layer. So technically, if we were clicking in the right place, if we go set top, then we should be seeing the red layer just about here. But for some reason, we're not clicking it right. Unless this be related to place the corners, maybe? No. Let's clear the selection. Set top. There we go. There's the top. See the red. Right, now set the bottom to be here. Okay, so that's correct. Now set the 4 corners. 2, 3, 4. No. I've selected it at a, I guess you call it an off axis, or the term is like that. So I want to see will this work for the fill. There we go. So that looks like X is going from left to right. So let's just put in 10 and preview. Yes, it's doing it. It's doing it. Finally, we figured it out. So we know this is going to be at least 90. Preview. And then to actually apply it. So if I close, I think, will this let me? Oh yeah, it will. Cool. So that actually did work. So for us to now apply that, assuming that number 90 was correct, let's have a look. Where does it start and end? Yeah, that's fine on that side. Nice one. Actually, did it replicate the... Yeah, so it didn't take the tile on the inside. That's fine. So let's go click back, and now we want to actually apply it. So click OK, and now it's actually done it. So now we can clear the selection. That's the front of our building. It looks like we... Is that just the draw distance, or is there something missing from that spot? Yeah, it's just the draw distance. So now we want to replicate this on the other side. So all we need to do is do the row, or do a column in the pattern we want. Now, let's see, does this actually match up with that side? No, it doesn't. Does it have to? Possibly not. It just needs to line up though. There must be a floor that's at a slightly different level that's caused this gap. Because remember we saw that gap down there. Like, we're not going to be too bothered about that because we have a way of hiding that at the bottom anyway. So what would have caused it was somewhere up there is where we actually started and then built it downwards and upwards, versus this bit here, what it's actually tied to. So it's probably tied to, oh yeah, so that's sitting on top of that foot, although that foot is still at the same level. Yeah, it is at the same level. I'll just turn on the light so you can see. So this was the original pattern I wanted. But what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to take that out for now. Put that in. Take that out. And so we can see. So now we're going to select set bottom. Yep. Set top. Go, and now we'll do the corners. That one, so middle, right, left, and middle. Oh, hold on a sec, did we do that the wrong way around? Oh, I see what we did wrong. Let's... Can we deselect that? See, that one. That one. And let's center that. Right, that should be it. Right, I believe this one is not 90, this one would be 70 or 66. Can't remember which. Let's fly over here and see if we can see this fill out. We if you do it wrong, essentially any other structures or buildings or blocks within the same space get overridden. That's basically what happens. Right, fill. Now, one of the problems with the fill thing is we need to know what direction is what. So let's go back over here, see if we can see where that is. We might have to position ourselves behind it temporarily to see. Right, just about there, I think. Yeah, now we can see it. So that's minus x. So minus 70. And then preview. So we hide that temporarily. We can go and see how far over this went. Yeah, that actually looks alright. That's it, we can always update the pattern later, but for now, I just wanted the front of that done. And now we need to commit it. So right click again, and this time click OK. And then undo the selection. Now you can do the same basically with the floors as well. We can create patterns. So I specifically wanted the floor to be glass, but a path around it. So this one here, for example, I'm going to select. Actually, here's a good example of a corner that I wanted to set up. So let's say select that foundation as building. Move to the right click, fill. Again, it's minus x, so minus 70. Preview, yep, and then commit. Now, if we were to create a new floor, we could do the same by clear, select building, this one. So this is going to be the corner of a new floor to go over that way. Right click, fill. So in this case, it's now going to be minus y, so that's minus 70, minus 70, preview. And there's the floor filled in. Nice. So again, just rinse and repeat. There's another corner there. I think, is that? Yeah, that's it, that one. Clear. Select. This one's going to be bigger. So that is minus 80. Minus 90 preview. Okay, that went. I don't know why. I think that's a bug. To me, that's a bug. Those arrows change direction. So let's put that 80. Yeah, that literally just changed on me. Why is it rotating? Is it because I didn't clear a previous selection or something? Hold on, let's preview that. Yeah, something funny going on here. Let's cancel. Clear. Select. Fill. It's definitely showing it as the green arrow pointing towards me. Minus 80. X is 90. Preview. There we go. That's better. Now what we can do is just pick, clear, select that one, and just run that across that way, 90. Fill. Now I can't actually see which is which. I'm hide. Oh yeah, now I can. Okay, so X is going this way, 90. Preview, okay, 87. So depending on how many floors we want, just keep doing that. As I said, I'm probably going to start putting in some sort of designations on floors so we know which is which. Where's this one come up? Yeah, it comes up there. I don't know whether bother need to put doors in on all of these, but it does look nice when it's a setup. So on the tablet, I think it is doors. So because these are internal, I'm going to use the mesh ones. I usually put the roller part on the inside of, so whatever side you normally would be the ingress, you put it on the opposite side, so that's why I have it like that. That one to me should be that way, but let's do that. It just looks cleaner. I mean, we could do things like, oh my god, it's this one here. That on top. There we go, it opens just as soon as you're right up beside it. Quite nice and neat. So that one there is where the elevator will come out. We just have to configure it. There are different tiers of elevator with restrictions as to many floors you can have, so something to bear in mind when you're planning your factory. I had to leave this because of the hub. We would have to move the hub further out to stop it from interfering with this, but we might do that at some point and then make some sort of fancy looking supporting structure under it using the ramps, the double ramps. Oh yeah, I forgot there's actually these type as well. I guess you could alternate them by floors. The other type. These other type of doors I haven't actually tried yet to place them. Walls. Have we got any windows in here? So there's a window frame, but there's actually no glass in that from what I remember. You could do these ones I kind of like for elevator shafts. is there in here? Oh yeah, you have, that's half walls, facades and stuff. There is a passenger car for the rails, and then there's also this tunnel track thing as well. I haven't figured out what to do with that yet, or actually, let's go outside for a second. I'm just going to put down a train station and see. Oh no, I can't get out that way. Oh, did we forget to clear the selection? Yes, don't forget to do that. So, my original idea was to put one of the train stations here and another over here. So, again, because the land being not very even, the highest suitable point is actually now this level here and not the one under it. I want to do something clever, like have it coming in and into the factory and then back out again, type of thing. Just have it going in a circuit, like have various circuits and lines for the fluids and whatever else. So what I'm thinking right now is just to test this idea out. Put down a train station somewhere near here. Let's see, how many tiles have we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. That way from the outside. So I'm thinking, I'm taking into consideration thorns in the track. There's my game is saving. Let's just put down a station for a second. What way is that going? It's going in that direction, yeah. Oh, I forgot to get rid of this. That was the original wall. That was in the wrong place. Train station. Bear in mind that the train station is where the train itself stops. So if you look at the arrows on this, if I left it like that, the assumption would be that the train is coming in from the opposite side. Unfortunately, there's one thing that this game doesn't have yet. If you look on the transportation, there's only one train station in one direction. So what happens when you don't want the bulky side of the train station to be on a particular side? Exactly. It's not ideal at all. In fact, in this particular example, it's going to be on the inside because the direction is from where I'm standing towards it. So let's just bring this back a bit. And it's crashed. Brilliant. It did crash previously when I had that in my hand. Send crash log. Kind of pointless at this stage. Anyways, I think we'll... How long have we been doing this? it's loading up again. Give me a moment now. I think. There we go. Thankfully we just had a save as well not long before that. Back up. Yes, it is. At least I think it is. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, so it did roll back a bit. Need to be careful not to kill myself. Only time control you can select up to 50. There we go. Get rid of that. This part's going to bug me, that gap. I need to fix that. Or put in a floor, one or the other. Right, what were we doing? We were looking at... Oh yes, how we were going to place the train station in here. That's what it was. Do we need to toggle back on the trainer? I think we do.
Please wait. Trainer activated. Activated.
Right, now, so while we're doing our modded test world, we're going to be using that. Saves a lot of time, hassle. Right, where was it? Train station. So I need to allow for turning on that track. So let's put that somewhere about there. Let's give it a name. Doondalgan. Probably spelling that wrong. D-A-L-G-A-N. Oh, it'll do for now. Phonetically spelt. Irish for Dundalk. And then you have timetables. I must look into that. I know there's a way of setting it up to do it properly, but yeah. Anyways, probably set up a temporary power source for this as well. So now I'm thinking I want this to go down, slope down and back out. I think I lined that up pretty well today. Yeah, I think I did. Ah, right. Let's make sure there's no nodes in the way. Yeah, we could just get just about passed by that on the way out. All those wires will be coming down at some point. Okay, let's put in the ramp. Let's see, can we get that ramp to fit in there? Come on. Encroaching what? There's nothing else there. You're not encroaching anything. Why does it think it's encroaching something? Is it the wire it thinks it's encroaching? No, it can't be that. How could it be that? That's weird. Unless... No, it's not that either. For a second there, I thought it might have been the... Ah, here. You're taking the piss. There's nothing there. It's the train station. It has to be the train station. So what else could it be? Okay, that's bizarre. I've kind of avoided using train stations up to now in my playthroughs because they seem to cause more problems than anything. Alright, I've just moved it back from where it was. Let's try that now with the... Ah, here, come on. Is it where I'm standing that's doing it, or is it... What is it? There's nothing there. There is literally nothing fucking there. Oh, I don't need to mute this. Right, Can we get this to fit now? Ah, here, come on. You're taking the mick. What is going on? What are we not seeing? What is blocking us? Is there a... No, sure not. Does that work? Yeah, that works. So what is blocking us there? That's so strange. Oh well. Anyway, let's put in the... See, can we put in the ramp from there, going down instead? So to me, it might be too severe a slope. We might need to put in something else. Yeah. No, it's gonna have to go down at least 2 first before we can turn. Like that. And what have you... To me, these slopes are too steep. Let's have a look at the foundations and see if there's something... Maybe that type. Let's put that into position. Where was it? 7. Let's take this out. Yeah, see, there's where I wanted to start the slope. If we could get it to clip. Maybe you get clipped to that one. That looks better. As for the turn, we might need to make room here. That's going to come quite close. Could just move the station back further. And then you also have to consider the fact that there's a hump there. So we really don't want it coming down quite that far either. Hold on a sec. Number 7. Take that out for a second. See, it's going to have to run out this way. Yeah, that'll bring it across that. Because if we go down another one, it's going to be too low. It's just going to intersect with this, which we don't want either. Depends on how it looks. Maybe something like that. Then again, why not just keep bringing that back a bit? Let's see how it looks. Yep, that's okay, and it gives us clearance on that side. Because that miner, we're going to feed it into one of the panels up there. Something like, which set is this? One of these? Oh yeah. So something like this. Depending on which way we want to invert those, maybe. Yeah, let's turn that around that way. Yeah, something like that. So for example, if we take that off, go to logistics, lift, bring that up to about, is it there? Turn it around. Press 3 and bingo. Something like that. Alright, let's test putting down this track because I have a feeling there's going to be issues with it. Yeah. Not. Oh, come on. It's after crashing again. Let me see if that in this that actually tells me what's crashing and stuff. It looks like it's a runtime shader error. Whatever that means. Is the music actually playing? Barely hear it. I don't know why it's so low. It's warm again here. At the moment I'm using my new custom, what I would call my warfare theme. I am going to do something similar for Satisfactory to make it more blended. And it's put me back to here. Which means all that work has been done. Means I need to change my save. Minutes is a bit too long, probably not because it crashes so much. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, what I'm trying to do anyway. Come back to that another time. Yeah. Just gonna crack on, finish the rest of this. This days to do. And I already been at it for days. I like the look of these because it kind of reminds me of Star Wars, some of the bases and the Imperial ships. Yeah, particularly this bit. The other thing I'd like to see now with this is shapes that actually, like wall shapes that actually match up the contours of when you're putting it against. And the same with these triangle pieces. No one seems to have taught to make triangle pieces yet. That's what I'm about for anyway. I mean, the alternative for the frames is just outside something here and then have conveyors feeding like there's. I don't know if you can see that it's so dark. Here we go. So there's conveyor belts that are going to feed in. The miners in behind there somewhere. I can start the pipes, this is what I mentioned earlier. That comes in and out through here. And then have a bank of industrial fluid buffers that would get filled. Hold on, turn back on the creative mode.
Please wait. Trainer activated. Activated.
Alright. Now. Right. Walking around in this creative world to get this all built because we're going to be tearing stuff down a lot and changing my mind as well because I'm still not happy with how this is going to lay out. What would be nice actually for that corner there would be just blank ones, not like that, but actually I think we do have some. Is it these ones here, these inverted ramps? Yes, I believe it is. In theory, you could actually just build up in the sky and actually build your own, I don't know, Imperial Star Destroyer or something, using those inverted shapes and the normal ramps. You could create that type of slope and curvature, but it's a lot of effort. Actually, that'd be good. Oh, that'd be a good example for to show how the mass dismantle feature works. Let me just turn on flying, and then I'll show you how we can get rid of that inside wall. It's in the wrong. Yes, yeah. So this, I want to get rid of this. Totally not needed. At least not in that position anyway. So the way I'm probably going to do this. Select that one up there. No, do you know what? I'm not too sure how we set our top and bottom on this. We might need to set another. Right, let's set the corners first. So, middle, left, middle, right. Now, set the top. There. Go down, and we're going to set the bottom. There. Yeah, that worked. Wait a sec. Did we select this wrong? Yes, we did. How we will select the entire row? See, that's fine if you just want to get rid of that column. The problem now is that we need to... Oh, wait a minute. We apply the principle of set it to null and then replicate null or void. Yeah, possibly. Let's have a look. Mass dismantle. Yeah, that worked. Although it left the bottom one. No, I don't want the parts. So I took the top. Okay, so it did kind of work. I see what we're missing. Okay, so let's put in another piece just to even it out. Right, now let's set that as bottom. So take out those as well. Set bottom. Come on, do it. Don't know why it left that piece. So fill more buildings in the area. Well, yeah, I want you to replicate the void. No, it's not gonna work. Right, let's clear it and then set a new piece. There, yeah. Now we've selected the wrong piece, so we'll do that. We've done it again. there. The normal method. Oh, we hit the 50 limit. That's not. Oh yes, that's the thing. When you do the normal method, it creates crates, which we don't want. There is another mod that lets you change the stack sizes as well, which would be very handy right about now. Another node. It would be nice if we had some sort of like a, as I referred to the other day, mining turtles from modded Minecraft, or was it computer craft? I think it was the name of the mod. We just send it out with it using a, I can't remember what the scripting language was, but you could literally send it out with materials, and it would place the foundations essentially in say 3x5 or whatever configuration you need. Sometimes it's really easy to misclick. I'm curious to see how far over we can go without getting in the way of that node, because that would then set a restriction for this part as well. Because you could just create, let's see where it is. There's another one over there. Oh, it's too high. No, it's incorrect. Fix that. Let's see, how do we save that? Not sure if that's updated or not. Set up this stream back again. Some titles and stuff set up. I don't know if it actually did it. That might not even work with Twitch. I'm just extending this across to see where it meets up with all these nodes, whether they're in the way or not. That will determine how we take the feed from them. I'm actually firing the feed. lined up. Oh yeah, we could. Like that one. Give or take. Let's see. That one. Oh wait, that's not okay. Yeah. What we could do there actually is use the half walls under the Moar factory, I think. I think one of the mods is doing that, where the position of the sun is the opposite side, it's dark as the side of the building. Yeah, so you can put a skirt along the bottom of this, something like that. Like that actually. Then send it in, and then here, probably not that one, but maybe somewhere around there. Create a room then that maybe use that. Wow! Crashing again. It's the flying, isn't it? Flying all down there. I'm going to turn off the fly mode and see, can we recreate the issue? Yeah, I don't use it that often, so maybe that's why I haven't noticed it before. So it could just be that one. It could be a combination of things.
To Boston, lives in a world she's lost in, victim of compromise. He's staring at her Aberdeen heart, London eyes, Glasgow bones. She's whistling the catacombs, a paradox. He's in love with the statue in a marble block. He's in love with the girl that time forgot. She just shakes her ears. She's falling too far with salt in her scars. Won't let it taste her tears. She's falling too far. moments full of potential atonement, an angel in disguise. But he can see your Aberdeen heart, London eyes, Glasgow bones. She's a whistle in the catacombs, a paradox. Oh,
Right. Back.
he's in love with the statue in a marble block. He's in love with the girl that time forgot. She just sheds her ears. She's falling too far.
Right.
With
Oh,
something else
put stuff in our head.
Won't let it taste her tears. She's falling too
Oh,
far.
yeah, we
The
should be
girl
making that.
that time forgot.
Right. Now.
You let her go, catacombs.
There's
You
coaching
let her
mark.
go,
Oh,
let her go,
we were able to place it earlier.
catacombs.
Whatever
Let her
happened to
go. She just sheds her ears. She's falling too far with salt in her scars.
Hope you could handle chisel that out.
Taste her tears.
Means that I need to snap this over. Let's get back up.
Chase the wind and touch the sky. A star's light shines on long after it dies. Oh, in the night, I live every day as if it's your last. All memories been bright like beacons of the past. Oh, in the night, now we race against the sun. Against the sun, now we race. Against the sun, race. Against the sun, now we race. Against the sun, now we race.
There we go. You could, of course, do it like this as well. So put that into the middle. even this out. Let's try doing that. Bring it up again. Keep it up there. Okay, we just delete something else. That would be good. And it's there. So it's not the flying. What am I doing up here? Let's see, I was creating should we attach it to the Mark 3 liner? Loading. do that satisfactory theme that possibly okay, we're going to get that done. Just looking at the colours in that image there, what we could reuse. This seems to take longer to load than all of that. But anyway, you saw what I'm trying to do there. Do that. Take some screenshots of these colors that we use as textures and stuff for the Streamlabs OBS theme. Yeah, I might just do that. In fact, I could get one of the hub in the background. And maybe the man, the man. Where's the lift? Down there. Oh, those doors actually have audio. I just noticed. You hear the crackle. Right, why is the lights not on in here? Oh, here, I'll manually turn it on for you. I like how that lights it up. So, yeah, so there's the M. I'm gonna get rid of this stuff that's on me. Can we put down some boxes or something? Nope. Get out. No, we don't want that. Where are we looking at? Yes. Oh yes, that's this one. No, on the wrong side. Way down below. Back to the safe point here. daytime on that. 223 hours. Right. We are going down to the sub-level 1. Cable wasn't there? Oh yeah. Hold on, can we make some? Do you know what? We have tons of this stuff in storage nearby. I just don't want to have to go look for it, so let's turn back on the trainer.
I'm running away from the past I left behind.
Just make some
I'm
over
looking for
there.
answers, but I'm blinded by the light. I'm lost in the music, can I stay here for the night? I promise I'll be gone in the morning, out of sight and out of mind.
We do need to do that this time. Let's close it all. Still no. Yeah, I like the way that blends, except for this weird stripe thing. I don't know what that's about. Not a fan of that. But anyway. So I like the way that lines up with the bottom of edge of that. So that's how we could potentially close that all off. Potentially continue that across there, fill in these with blanks. Be in there as well. That would be again, we just need some temporary power or light. Okay. This one. Yeah, that is at all. That's why we're not feeling right. Oh, hold on. No, the character cut off. Oh, I don't like doing this, but just temporary measure. Hold on, is that one linked? definitely not on. So let's test it with one of these.
You know when you keep running, but your legs are standing still. It's like you're stuck in a nightmare, but you keep doing it
What are we
for
missing?
the thrill.
Oh, wait.
Well, this is reality. You only live it once, so wake up from your dream. But just for tonight, let the lines get
No,
blurred.
source
Let
target
your
page.
thoughts be free. Let your thoughts be free.
Don't know what it is for now. I think I might just take these lights off like two lights.
Just for tonight, let your thoughts be free.
3 times.
Just for tonight, won't you come with me?
Maybe you could potentially put the lights around here somewhere. Oh no, it wouldn't be ceiling ones. Ceiling ones aren't just the way they want to. I don't think they are anyway. You'd have to use the other time. Maybe this time.
Just for
Yeah, we'll go and check the power source then. Something's definitely off. The alternative is to put save it again. Yeah, the alternative would be to put something like this out the front.
pretending nothing's wrong for too long. Say it out loud, like you really mean it next. This is the last time. We're at the crossroads, and I can't let
I don't like running wires. I think
try to make you stay, but you're already far away. We're at the crossroads, and all
temporary power source here.
I know this much is
Oh,
true.
actually, come to think of it, these power lines should be active. I'm just going to temporarily do this. Please tell me to power. Odd. Stupid power. Yeah, I can hear the miner running. There we go. Ooh, I like the way that lights it up. Let me turn off the torch. That's bear. down the doorway type Moar factory. So let's get the one piece. Here. Pressing E. Oh, because I have the thing in my hand. Now, while I am setting these to on, they won't come on because there is no light power distributor within range. So I need to stick another one down.
Say the words, even if it hurts. We've been pretending nothing's wrong for far too long. Say it out loud,
Yeah,
like you really
like that.
mean it now. 'Cause this is the
These are
last
turned
time.
on. Oh, there we go.
We're at the crossroads, and I can't let it go.
Too close.
I try to make you stay, but you're already far away.
Power lamp pole. Let's move it back here.
We're at the crossroads, and I won't let it go.
That's the idea.
This much is true. I won't be running after you.
Also makes it easier to get nice clean lines and relay power lines as well. Of course you can set these to auto and they'll come back on when it's actually dark. And you can name them and group name them as a group together. Yeah, I really like that. That's pretty cool. There is another type, this one. Because of the horizontal position. I might be able to get that to sit. And now we have the input. Usually one of these, but just try it and see how it looks. Yeah, it's not too bad. So it's tricky trying to get up to them, turn them on, and maybe alternate them every 2 windows or so. I think we do have a node just over here. bother trying to copy it. I'll just do a little bit of it by hand. Let's add in some lights. Power distribution. There. Keep relay across. Another one of those. Watts or something. Not too sure. The last one we put down seemed to work up until there. So let's call it 3 tiles. Do it. Doorway. Yeah, definitely didn't do good doors, but we can do it now. Let's see it again. Any modded game really can introduce the instabilities, hence the crash that we had earlier. So for these, we want to introduce the airlocks. find out what that is. See if it does. That's cool. I like that. Yeah, these don't seem to connect to anything. Seem to be completely independent. Yeah, I quite like that. As I said, we just need to figure out that once we do bring in the feeds into conveyors, is how we then handle them inside. I would like something similar to that for pipes, but I think the way we're going to do the fluids is just use train. I just think it's going to be the simplest solution at the end of the day. Not introduce something new. Just going to be too complicated. Level. Walk for a train track that needs to go out over. Or a return path. What we were trying to do earlier. Might just be simple to do that. Bring the train stuff up to here at some point and then have it offload on the outside here. Test it out, so let's just drop a few down and see. Transportation. What's the difference between yeah, we could try getting the turn and go down that way and then back out under there. where did we see it? On the Moar tablet. Yeah, on the tablet, under vehicles, I think it is. Yeah, what is this? I want to see what this does. And it crashed on me. Remote factory tablet, and choose the third railway item. Looks like a track with that vertical bar. Not even clicked to place. It's just a cross line. I should have made a point of saving it. There's the thing.
Make the ground shake.
Just knocking on the head to take a break anyway.
Make the ground shake.
Can stay right here, we will play until somehow you can find a slightly different frame of mind. Right here in my arms, away from all harm, you'll be safe from all the flares, although I know you don't care. deeper breath and give it time. You can walk the path along the lines with your shattered frame of mind. Or instead you could always stay. We can wait right here and play until somehow you can find a slightly better frame of mind. When they say you will fall, you can reach nothing at all. Hide your tracks beneath the rind of a different frame of mind. Is that what you heard? Broken words in the dirt, yelling up into the sun. Here we come, here we come. Here we come, here we come. Here we come, here we come. You can lift your head up to the sky. Take a deeper breath and give it time. You can walk the path among the lines with your shattered frame of mind. Or instead you could always stay. We can wait right here and play until somehow you can find a slightly better frame of mind. You can lift your head up to the sky. Take a deeper breath and give it time. You can walk the path among the lines with your shattered frame of mind. Or instead you could always stay. We can wait right here and play until somehow you can find a slightly better frame of mind. And when the light comes through, when the day isn't new, then it will be time for a new frame of mind. When all eyes are on you, you will know what to do, since you will have found your new frame of mind. When you lift your head up to the sky, take a deeper breath and give it time. You can walk the path among the lines, but always know that you'll be safe. I'll be here throughout your days. Come find me and we will play. As I fell to the ocean floor, fading light through an open door, I saw myself rise with the water. They thought they could keep me down, hold their breath and watch me drown, but all they did was push me higher. We don't care what they say, we will be here all day. We'll stay until it's over, till the world's out of sight. We will stand, we will fight. It's not over till it's over. Through the nights in the rain, through the time and the pain, we stand, we'll never fall. And then at the end of it all, we will win, we will chant. It's not over till it's over.
in a